Hi, this is Aaron and Linda with Traveling Flamingo, and today we're going to go over the beverage package options on your next Norwegian cruise. There are 5 different packages that you can choose from, and we'll break down the cost, what it includes, what you need to know, and what you can bring on board to make your holiday just that little bit more special. So we are going to break this video into 3 parts. The first part is going to be the different beverage packages that are available to you on a Norwegian cruise line, at least as of when we made this video in 2020. The next part is going to be about what you can bring on board. So what alcohol or beverages or drinks are you able to bring on board? And lastly, we have a little bit of a theory as to why these drink packages are probably some of the most expensive amongst the standard sort of cruise carriers. So stay tuned for that thought as well, but that's how we broke this video down.
The first package we are going to talk about is the Premium Beverage Package. This is a package that is formerly known as the Unlimited Beverage Package. You do need to be 21 and older when you're cruising to be eligible for this. This package is the one that is included in the special offer. So when you get emails and you check the websites and it says, a Premium Beverage Package or Beverage Package included, it would be this one. So what is included is pop, beer, spirits, cocktails, wine, and beer, provided it's not over $15 a drink. So any drink that's under $15 is included. And this does include most of your common spirits and liquors. The cost for this package is $99 per person per day of your cruise. So if you're on a 7-day cruise, it's going to be $99 times 7. Plus, they also charge you a 20% gratuity and service charge. So it's really $120 per day.
So a little bit more of the details about this package. Everybody in the stateroom has to be on this beverage package. So if you're traveling as 2 people, both of you need to be on the package. As well, any additional staterooms on your reservation or adjoining rooms on your reservation will have to have this package as well if they're of age. If they're not of age, they're required to purchase the pop package. So be aware of that. We're sure many people are going to do the math on this in terms of how much it costs versus what you get. So on our cruise on the Norwegian Breakaway, an American beer was about $6.75 US. So that's about 15 beers per day. A cocktail is about $10.95 or about $11. And that's approximately 11 cocktails per day just to break even on this package. Not all people will purchase will purchase the package with the idea that they have to break even, of course. If you just feel better knowing that it's included and that you're not going to have a bill at the end, that's absolutely great. We just wanted to provide you with a bit of context on sort of how much that turns out to be with a drink on the ship. And also don't forget, if you are on an excursion, you may not be drinking as much on the excursion because a lot of those excursions, either the alcohol is not included or what have you. So just something to remember in terms of the cost here on this package. So on Harvest Key, for instance, your beverage package isn't usable. And so, you're going to have to purchase out of pocket there anyways. In addition to that, a 20% discount will be applied for bottles of wine that you buy on board. And we're just going to sort of outline a little bit of a graphic that you're probably seeing on your screen here about how much you'd have to spend to break even. And you'd have to do this obviously each day of your cruise. So, that's just a comfortability thing for you to understand. This makes sense for some people. This doesn't make sense for others. But we do want you to be aware of it before you decide which package works for you.
So after talking with a bunch of people too, we have found that this package is also very popular because people can pay for the alcohol up front, so then they aren't being hit with charges at the end of their cruise and they can just, enjoy their trip and not have to worry about that. So it's really your trip. You should do what makes you happy and what you're comfortable with. Another option is the Premium Plus Beverage Package. This also is for people who are 21 and older, and this includes everything that the Premium Package has plus more. So you can enjoy an even wider selection of beverages by the glass. A couple examples are Patron and Macallan Quest and more. Also included are select bottles of wine with dinner. You can get still and sparkling water, energy drinks, and specialty coffee. So, just getting the water and specialty coffee will be a real plus for some people to upgrade to the Premium Plus Beverage Package. And then this is the only package that does have specialty coffee, and you can get still water. You can ask for water at the bar, and they do have some stations that have water out there, but it's just tap water. So if you are looking for bottled water, this is the only package that has it.
Yes, we'd heard some people aren't a huge fan of the tap water on board. I don't think we really noticed it, but if that is something that you find, this could be a good option for you. The cost of this package is $128 per person per day, and you do have to add in a 20% gratuity on top of that. So approximately it's about $150 per person per day. And the MICE type on this is the same as the other package. You can't just purchase one per guest. It has to be for all the people in the stateroom or adjoining staterooms who are on your reservation. And again, if you are not 21 years of age, you'll be required to purchase the POP program package. For non-select bottles of wine, champagne and sparkling wine is included. Wine and spirit experiences, tastings, and flights, you will receive a 40% discount when purchased on board.
The third package is the Corks and Caps Wine and Beer Package, again 21 and older. So with this package, you get a wide selection of soft drinks, beers, and wines by the glass during your entire cruise. So it's slightly cheaper for people who are not interested in the cocktails, but are more interested in the pop wine and beer. So it is only $65 per person per day of your cruise, plus the 20% gratuity and service charge. This beverage package also does need to be purchased by everybody staying in the same room, adjoining rooms, everybody traveling with you. So that's sort of the downfall of any of the beverage packages that include alcohol. And if somebody is in your stateroom who's under 21, they'll need the pop program. With this package, you do also get a 20% discount that will be applied to all of your bottles of wine purchased on board. So again, this may be a good option if you are just interested in the wine and beer on your trip, because it's only $65 per day per person.
Next up is the Adult and Teen Pop program. And this is for ages 13 and older. This is what we went with on our cruise, and this includes unlimited fountain pop at restaurants and bars throughout your cruise. This is Pepsi brand, so there's Pepsi, Diet Pepsi, Sierra Mist, Mountain Dew, ginger ale, tonic water, etc. The entire cruise must be purchased. You need to purchase this for the entire cruise, and it is non-refundable. It, however, only costs $5.95 per person per day, and you will have to add a 20% gratuity on top of that. However, not everybody in the room needs to purchase it. So in our case, I purchased it, and Linda had water, and that was pretty well all Linda had was water.
Thanks for making me sound like a wet blanket there, Aaron.
It's worked great for us, though. One pop is almost $4 on board. So if you have like a single glass of pop while you're, a single glass a day, pretty well anywhere on board, you pretty well paid for your $5.95 US cost. So if you are going to have a pop a day or 2 pops a day, you're already going to go ahead and be making it up in terms of the cost of this package. So it's definitely worth purchasing if that's what you're interested in. If you're not interested in pop, then go with one of the other packages here. They have quite a number.
I do actually vividly remember sitting down to Oceans for the first meal on the cruise, and we had just got on. It'd been a bit of a long day. We were trying to get a bunch of recording done. Sat down, Aaron ordered a pop. He got this not very big glass full of ice. Like, there's not much pop in there. And we get the bill, and I was like, are you kidding me? Like $5 for one pop? I was shocked. And then we just looked at each other like, okay, we need to figure out what the drink packages are. And right then and there, we went to look and did buy Aaron the pop package. And once you were on board, you did have to go and find them to do it. But I was just shocked at how little pop there was for that price. So that was definitely the best option for us. Although I did enjoy a couple pina coladas, but that worked out the best.
That's also a good point as well. It is not retroactive for the cruise, so we still did pay $4 for that one drink. So if you do think you're going to get the beverage package, get that before your trip. The price was the same, so there was no price discount. However, you also can't do it online once you're on the ship. You have to go see somebody. Luckily, not customer service, because that is always swamped at the beginning of your trip. But there was somebody in the middle of the plaza or what have you, the middle of the ship, that could take order on transfer paper, and went ahead and took the order.
So the last package is the bottled water package. So these can be pre-purchased, and they are bottles of water that will come right to your stateroom. This is great if you're on a cruise in a warmer climate and you definitely want to stay hydrated. If you're planning on purchasing bottles of water, it is much cheaper to pre-purchase them. We actually just bring refillable water bottles, and we just refill them at the buffet. We've gone through all that before you fill a cup, pour it into your bottle. But, we find that's easy for us. We don't have to have the disposable water bottles come to us. So as you can see, there will still be a 20% gratuity added. You can get a 6-pack of 1 liter bottles for $16.95, a 12-pack of 1 liter bottles for $29.95, a 24-pack of 1 liter bottles for $44.95. So of course, the more that you get, the cheaper it is.
All right, so now that we've gone through all the different beverage packages, the question is, what can you bring on board? What alcohols can you bring on board? So at embarkation, at the start of your cruise, beer and liquor are not allowed. Any items brought on board will be secured until you leave the ship. Wine and champagne are, however, permitted. Corkage fees will apply for any that is consumed on board in staterooms, bars, or restaurants. There's a fee of $15 US for 750 milliliter bottles, $30 for 1,500 milliliter bottles. There is no limit to the number of bottles the passenger can bring on board as of recording this at the beginning of 2020. Boxed wine is not allowed. Bottles of wine do cost about $30 US to $70 on the ship. And if you have the Premium Beverage Package or the Corks and Cabs Package, you'll get 20% off bottles of wine. And if you have the Premium Plus Package, you can get 40% off your bottles of wine. Anyone who's done this before, please let us know how they know that you brought wine on board into the stateroom. Do they tag it, for instance, when you're coming on board? We'd just be interested in sort of what the mechanics of that are. So let us know in the comments below. And how do you open it? Are you allowed to do you bring a corkscrew? Do you ask the room steward? It's something we hadn't done. We might try it in our next cruise, but let us know again in the comments below. If you are purchasing alcohol in a port, the same rules apply above for wine and champagne. All other alcohol will be retained until the end of the cruise. On-board and duty-free shops, any alcohol purchased in the onboard shops will be stored until the cruise is over. So do be aware of that as well. So I have a little bit of a theory on why the drink package is so much more expensive than many of the other drink packages. So Carnival's is about half the price. It's about $50 US per person. And, when you look at the way NCL does it, I think they're really trying to push you towards their special offers, which comes with like 2 free add-ons. So you can get free open bar, free specialty dining, free shore excursions, free kids, free Wi-Fi. I think what they're trying to do is push you towards picking your cabin. So you only get that on when you select a cabin. A lot of cruise lines, what will happen is you have an option for them to select your cabin. It's cheaper, or you select your cabin and it's more expensive. When you select a cabin with NCL, it can generally be more expensive, and you will get these offers. So maybe 2 offers or 4 offers, sometimes free flights. And I think what they're trying to do is push you towards that. So if you think you will use this drink package, we highly recommend that you look at the cost of picking your room, in different cabin types and what offers are available, because more than likely it will be cheaper for you to go that route than to add this beverage package in. So I think this is basically Norwegian's way of making it look like you're getting a better deal with an offer than if you were to get the cheapest cabin and then add a beverage package on. That said, sometimes that's cheaper. Sometimes it's cheaper to buy it up front. So if you are thinking about this, do check that out. So that's kind of what I think they're trying to do here, is push you towards going with their offer. And that's why the pricing is the way that it is, in at least, sort of a theory that we have. We may be right, we may be wrong, but that's what we kind of think.
And just to add on to what Aaron was saying, a friend had shared with us, and we did double check. When you book a room and you are getting those free included deals, which is the drink package, you do still need to pay the 20% gratuity per person per day, which works out to be about $20 US per person per day. And I know our friend was surprised by that additional charge. So just keep that in mind. So remember, this is your holiday. You should do you. Whatever package you do or don't decide to go with, we just want to make sure everybody understands the math here, especially with NCL being with one of the most expensive beverage packages, and why we think it probably is most expensive. For us, it didn't make sense financially. However, we met some amazing people on our cruise who absolutely loved the drink package and had a great time. We also don't think that it's right that the premium package doesn't include the still and sparkling water. However, you can get free iced water at any bar. And some people had mentioned in the comments of the other video that they don't think there's enough bartenders, and it can be a long wait to get a drink. So you might think you've got this great unlimited drink package, but then you're waiting in these huge lineups because 80% of the ship also has the unlimited drink package. So we just wanted to put all that out there so everybody can make their own decisions on what's going to work good for them on their cruises.
So just wanted to say thank you to everyone for making it this far into the video. If you have, we definitely know you're probably going to have some comments about the drink packages and your thoughts and what you've done. And of course, you're more than welcome to put those in the comments below. We love reading them. We love commenting back. We would also like to remind people to please drink responsibly when you are on these cruises. Do not forget that there are other people on the cruise with you as well. We know you all will, but just a reminder. And lastly, thank you all for allowing us to be part of this community, for allowing us to have these dialogues with all of you. We do enjoy it, and we love seeing the comments and feedback. So please keep it coming, throw it in the comments, and happy travels.